What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stat Street Sports channel. Here today to bring you episode one of the podcast, the revamped version. You follow the channel from when I first started, or even look into my playlist. You can see podcasts there. When I first started the channel, 4, 5, 6 years ago, whenever it actually started, I was doing a podcast then. I had it on via the third party app or site. I had it on all the platforms, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that good stuff, Apple Music, all that good stuff. But, I was done with it for a while. Kids got into sports. My kids pretty young, but they was, young getting into sports, job, time, just time consuming. But now, fast forward a couple years after that, kids older now, better job, better schedule. I made my own schedule, and I've been hinting at this for a while. So why not? Why not go ahead and bring the podcast back? This is episode one of the revamped podcast. I will be putting the timestamps in the description, so make it easy for you guys. Whatever topic floats your boat, you can go right to it. You can skip stuff, So I will be doing that myself in the description of the video, or first comment, I'll tag it. It will be the direct timestamp links, or at least the time at least to certain topics. So, but in this podcast, as I did in the first one, not just sports. I will talk about some of my hobbies or things I like to do. I like watching anime. I'll talk about other sports. This channel has turned to a football channel, but just even last year, I was doing basketball. I do wrestling sometimes, hockey, whatever floats my boat, I'll do it normally. But as I kind of got on, as I kind of went on, I'm kind of dropped other sports. I still watch it, but I enjoy baseball. I'm just now getting into hockey. The Four Nations tournament, face-off tournament, happened last week or 2 weeks ago. Really got me into it. So yeah, whatever floats my boat, I'll get into it. But normally, right now, I really just talk about football on the channel. But the podcast open to all sports and even some life stuff as well. Avoiding politics, but yeah, anime, hobbies, fun stuff, family stuff, whatever, cool family stuff, whatever. But let's get into it though, guys. Talk about the Deebo trade. Deebo Samuels of the Niners traded to the Commanders yesterday for a fifth-round pick. No surprise there. He wanted out. John Lynch, the president, was GM president, whatever, for the Niners, came out and said, we will honor that trade. So no surprise it happened. As we all knew, down to two teams, Texans and the Commanders. To me, and this is just me, I don't see why Commanders did this. I know Adam Peters, and the funny thing is, it makes sense. It follows my rule of trade connection, or I call it past connections. Guys like to go where they see a familiar face at. Adam Peters, former assistant GM for the Niners, now the GM president for the Commanders. It makes sense. It follows along with my logic, but team wise, scheme wise, just football knowledge wise, I don't love the fit of Deebo being your number two wide receiver. And when I broke down the trade of my son, 9 years old, he's a Commanders fan, newly cemented this year. He loved Jaden Daniels, and this is his first year getting into football. He didn't really pay attention. We was watching he really became a fan when we watched the Bears Commanders game this year. The Hail Mary happened with the all black jerseys, super sweet jerseys, good game as well. And he fell in love with the team ever since. He's a diehard fan now. That quick, he got a jersey, he got the gloves, he got the covers. He plays Madden now. All before that week, I couldn't get him to watch football with me. But that game and that finish got him hooked, and he's, like I said, he's a Commanders fan now. So from that point on throughout the season, he kept saying we need another star receiver. Terry McLaurin is the best receiver, but we needed some help, especially after he saw that Eagles game in the playoffs. So when the trade came to the phone, I saw it via Underdog and via some other stuff. I said, okay, so it's official. But I told him, I said, hey, Y'all got another star receiver. He like, who? I like, but look, it's a guy named Deebo Samuel. He don't know other players for real. He just now getting into it. But when I told him his name Deebo Samuel from the Niners, I said, okay. He said, okay, is it pretty good? I said, yeah, but he hasn't been good in about a year and a half. He said, oh my goodness. I said, yeah. I'm gonna show you his highlights, but I'm gonna show you highlights from 2022 and 2023. So he watched those and basically said, if we get that player, we're gonna be all right. And I told him, I don't know if you're getting that player. I'm not gonna lie to you. And he was like, dog. And I say that to say this: I didn't love the move, man, and I didn't love the move. I've been doing prediction videos on the Commanders getting a receiver all last off season. Go to the channel. Off season, trade deadline, and even I think even this off season I did one, I think maybe. But they could have did better. Plain and simple. They could have did better. Yes, Deebo will do well in this system. He'll be okay, but I've been on the Garrett Wilson train. Wait to see what happens with him first. I've been on the Devontae Adams train. If he wants to come to Washington, pair him up with Terry. That's not bad. I've been on the DK Metcalf wave, the Tyreek Hill wave, and you could have did a lot more. You could have, and shoot, even Brandon Ayuk. The rumor now is the Niners might trade him too. And I'm like, you kind of got the wrong receiver, the wrong Niner receiver. You should have got Brandon Ayuk. I don't care what injury he's coming off of. He's better any day of the week than current Deebo Samuel. I even did that. I did that video even last year. I did Brandon Ayuk to the Commanders, him and Jaden ASU connection, him and Adam Peters that connection. He's a better player. Pairing him with Terry McLaurin, that's scary. That is actually scary. Deebo and Terry, uh, it's not bad, but it's not great either. So that's my thoughts on it. I think they could have did better. The fifth round pick value makes sense. We got a big contract last year of his deal, not really playing well, injury prone. It makes sense. I get it. But I just don't love the Commanders being aggressive, getting better. I mean, getting some receiving help, but it being Deebo. I'm like, I don't love it, but it is what it is. Next up, NFL Combine. We're going on to day 4. And for me personally, as I've getting older, been doing this YouTube stuff for, like I said, 5-6 years now, the Combine to me isn't important. And the motto of the channel, the tagline of the channel really gives my thoughts on it. The eye test is king to me. Stats are cool, but stats can be lying. Stats can lie. Stats can be fudged. But the eye test, can a guy play? I don't care about 40 time most of the time. I don't care about arm length ever. I don't care about hand size really ever. Vertical, don't care. And it's funny seeing guys move up and down certain people's boards just because they didn't run fast enough. And then they're going online or going on the channels or going on social media or going on TV saying, hey, I'm moving him down a whole round or two because he ran a 4.4 instead of a 4.3. And studies showed, I'm like, dog, I don't care. Can he play? Can he play? Then they'll come up and say, oh, he looks faster on film because he is. Some guys aren't just, testers. In real life, as far as testing on actual grades, schoolwork, and some aren't testers as far as sports either. Some guys, some receivers, some running backs, they need the ball in their hand. They need certain, everybody's not built the same way. And I said this on I think I said this on my last pod years ago. I said the same thing. I've been consistent. I don't care for the combine. Yes, it helps some. It helps smaller school or even other guys get recognized. Okay, let's see the tape on this guy who ran a 4.2 super long, super quick agile. The daggone three cone is crazy, bench is crazy. Okay, let's check out this small school guy or this underrated guy. Cool. Let's check his film out. But guys, you already know guys who are getting killed, the Gunnar Helms, the Malachi Starks. Now Stark's not around one guy because he's not as quick as you thought, not as agile as you thought. Gunnar Helm, he might be now a round 3 or 4 tight end instead of a round 2 because he ran slow, didn't move quick at all. It could have been a bad day, you know. And everyone loving the RAS scores so much, and the RAS scores is 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. How many of those guys pan out, man? You can be the most freakish dude of all time. It's about fit. It's about your mindset. It's about just a lot other things than just your RAS score and being a freaky athlete. So I like, and it kind of it kind of goes in the same vein to me, the same conversation as okay, guys who don't pan out because from the combine. Let's just say, like I said, Malachi Starks, Gunnar Helm, guys who struggle openly, right? Tez Johnson, small, what 5'8", 5'9", and ran a 4.55. Is he faster in real life? Is he faster on the field? For sure. But let's just put him in a group, right? So you say these guys show up and they come and they have a terrible performance, but then at the same time you fault guys like Shador, you fault other guys like whoever else you want to throw in there because they didn't work out, they didn't show up. But you like you can't have it both ways. Either respect they showed up, they had a bad day, and call it that, because their pro days probably will be better for each guy that I just mentioned, Malachi, Gunner, and Tez Johnson. Their pro days should be better. But you fault them for coming and showing up and having a bad day, but you also fault the guys who didn't show up because if they had a bad day, they'll be dropped down just like the guys I just spoke on. That to me, this doesn't make sense, So some of these fans, even the scouts in real life, you hear reports saying, "Oh, they're not liking guys not showing up." I bet because you want to put them in a situation where they probably can't win, and that's my thing. Certain guys know how they play. They know their strengths, know their weaknesses, and they're not going to jeopardize millions of dollars to be quote unquote competitive in somewhere they don't have to be competitive at. And that's my biggest thing. Shador Sanders getting bashed for not throwing when other guys didn't throw either. And then you have guys like Will Howard who threw from Ohio State, didn't look good. Quinn Ewers from Texas, possible all these guys to me. And I know some people saying they're fighting for Shador Sanders QB2 spot. I don't see that ever. But Jackson Dart, Howard, Leonard, Ewers, they're all fighting for Sanders QB2 spot. I guess for most people saying that, but I say they fight for QB3. All these guys showed up. Howard, Milrow, whatever, and some guys threw, some guys didn't. But you know, Ewers had a terrible day. Not terrible, but he had an inconsistent day throwing. He's now out the top 2 running or top 3 running. Will Howard, same thing. Came in through, had a bad day, out the top 3 running. And then Jackson Dart had a pretty solid day. Nothing crazy, but a pretty solid day. And now he's bumped up to possibly QB2. So if Sanders would have showed up, had a terrible day for whatever reason, he would have been undraftable in some people's eyes. Like, you just can't win for losing, in my opinion. And that's my biggest thing. I don't understand what guys want from the scouts and even fans want from these guys. You have millions of dollars on the table, on the line, and you're telling them, and this is more to the fans, really. oh, you're not being competitive. You're not a competitor. You're not, you don't have a competitive bone in your body. These are stuff I'm seeing online that I don't understand. And we can talk, saying this from, the armchair quarterback spot, but we're not playing with millions of dollars. We're not, you know, in escrow waiting to have a bunch of money in our accounts. We don't have that. We never had, none of us probably had that or even close. So it's like, people talking. I get it, social media, everybody's gonna talk, everybody had a license to talk, I get it, but some stuff to me is just stupid. These guys are playing with life altering money, and you want them to go out there to catch from guys they never caught with before. You want to see quarterbacks throw to guys they never threw to before, and their outcome could potentially lose them money. No way. No way in the world I'm doing that if I'm those guys. If I'm set in stone, first round pick, I'm telling you. I'm not throwing either. Excuse me for that noise. I let them pass by a little bit, but yeah, man, that's just me. That's just me about, not even just Shador, but people got on Cam the same way. I'm like, dog, a lot of top quarterbacks don't ever throw. There's no point. Truly no point in doing so. But then I'm gonna segue into this, staying with the combine talk, staying with the draft talk, and I've been saying this for a while as well. Nothing new here, and I'm gonna say it again now, all these years later. Um, I love being ahead of the curve, right? I love it because it feels like people are so reactive. They need to see it first for some weird reason. They need to see it confirmed by others first. People are so monkey see, monkey do. It's kind of hilarious to me, right? I did a video just 11 days ago now, I think. Matthew Golden, my receiver number one in this class, right? And people were saying, "Oh, T Mac, T Mac, T Mac, T Mac, Ibuka, Burden, so on and so forth." Now, fast forward now to the combine. Like I said in my video, Matthew Golden isn't just quick; he's explosive. He's fast. He knows whatever I said in the whole video. Now he ran a 4.29. Now everything the measurables come out. Oh my gosh, is he tight end? I mean, is he receiver one now? You seen that online now. I think by next week, our mock drafts come out, he might be receiver one. Yeah, I've been said this. Yes, he is receiver one. These 6'5" guys don't pan out. I know T Mac 6'4", 6'5", athletic freak, all that jumping in between legs, catching stuff he does on social. That's cool. But can you separate? Can you catch man coverage? Can you get open in zone? Are you explosive when it really counts on the field? When someone's guarding you? On tape, we see it here and there. It's okay, but can you do it in the big leagues? That's up for debate. I promise you, barring injury, Matthew Golden can do that consistently. He is receiver one in this class. I didn't need to wait to see his 40 time to see that. The film shows me that. Going to Jahdae Barron. I did a video on Jahdae Barron possibly being a top 10 pick, I think in January. I did a video on my Falcons. On my Falcons, I said, hey, I want Jahdae Barron. I think we pick 13, 14, 15, somewhere in that middle range. We're in that range, 13 through 15, I believe. I want Jahdae Barron, guy out of Texas, can play outside, mainly an inside guy. I want him in the worst way. But in that video, in January, matter of fact, let me pull the actual date up to be accurate. Cause I don't talk about my team that much. I need to start doing it more, but let me see. I don't remember the exact date I did it. But yeah, the Matthew Golden video I did, that video came out 11 days ago on February 18th. The Jahdae Barron video I did, let's see. Scrolling. I did that 1 month ago, January 2nd. Right after, I think my first video of the new year. Was it? It was. Yep. First video of the new year, January 2nd. Why Jahdae Barron should be the Falcons' top target in the NFL draft. I'm telling you, man, ahead of the time, ahead of the schedule, ahead of the curve. Now, everyone, and like I said in that video, I said Jahdae Barron might be a top 10 guy. People called me crazy. And now look, everyone's saying the Colts might grab him. He might go early as top, whatever, to the Panther. Like, he's gonna go pretty early. Top, like I said, top 15 lock. I said it back then. A lot. I said, and I even said in that same video, I said, I pray, not pray, but I said, I'm hopeful that he kind of struggles in the draft process, in the combine stuff, because I want to keep him a secret. And clearly, since then, Jahdae Barron's name has blown up. Some people even saying he's now CB1 over Will Johnson and Travis Hunter. That's up for debate. But for some people, I don't see it that way. I still have Will Johnson too. I still have Hunter one, but I am in love with Jahdae Barron as a player. I want him on my team in the worst way. I just don't know if we're able to get him. I truly don't now. So we'll see. Trey Amos looks pretty solid. 6'1", can do it all. Man zone. A little early at pick 15, but if we go on the cornerback route, I'm not mad at it. So Trey Amos is my backup option. Will Johnson throwing there as well. He could drop because of the injuries and also his testing. So we'll see. We'll see all that stuff. But yeah, like people are just so late to the party, and that's just hilarious to me. Like you shouldn't have to see him run without pads on to say, yeah, he's pretty good. Let's go watch his tape again. No, he's fast on tape. He's quick on tape. Matthew Golden gets open on tape. Like it's not nothing to really write. It's not nothing to really write home about. Like he's the 4.29 shows up pretty much. So that to me is just funny to me. See how guys have to see it first in t-shirts and daggone a tank top to like, oh he's good. He's been good prior to this. Jahdae Barron was good, way good prior to this. He's been my QB3 since January. I don't care about Revel from ECU, respect. I don't care about Morrison or none of he Barron was my close third in January before this whole process started. I didn't need to wait to see him in the combine arena to see, oh yeah, he's pretty solid. So that's just my thing on it. But I'm gonna give you a list of my guys, quote unquote my guys I love, guys who I think will pan out. Clearly Matthew Golden. I think he's receiver one. Jahdae Barron. He's a cornerback 3. Clearly in my eyes, could be higher for some people, but for me, he's firmly QB3. Um, at the running back spot, I love Junkins, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to do a video so bad. I kind of had cold feet, but I've been saying to myself for a long time, Junkins over Genty. I alluded to it in my Travion Henderson video. I did a video around January too, around the same time frame as the Jahdae Barron video. But I did a video back then saying the Cowboys should forego their potential pursuit of Genty with the 12th pick and go running back in round 2. Get a veteran, bring back Dowdle, or get Najee Harris in the free agency, and then you excuse me, then you get a Travion Henderson or get a Junkins to pair with them in round 2. But I even said it in that video, I'm not really the biggest Genty fan. I'm not. I swear I'm not. And look, respect. Look, if I'm not a fan of you, a fan of your game, I should say, respect. There's no ill will. I hope everyone does great. He's gonna be a millionaire soon. I love it for him. But just as a fan, I'm not a fan of Genty. I've said that the longest time. He's good, but I don't. I get the hype. I just don't see it. I'm a Quinshon Judkins guy. That's my guy. I think he's gonna be a stud. I truly do. He was RB1. Him and Ollie Gordon prior to this year, he was RB1. Then go to Ohio State, had to split carries, didn't look great the entire year. I understand that, but now he's could be RB3, 2, 4, in a very good class. But yeah, he's my RB1. He was my RB1 prior to this year. He's my RB1 still now. And you saw it at the combine. To match the tape. To see his real speed. He's quick. He's big body. He's explosive. He's what 220, I think 215. Ran a pretty low 4.4, I believe, something like that. Like he's explosive, very explosive, big body guy. He's gonna be good in my opinion. Really, really good. And he's my guy over most running backs. I have Quishon Judkins, and I have one more, Devin Neal. I love me some Devin Neal out of Kansas. I think he's going to be a stud. I'm hoping he goes to a pretty good team where he can start from day one. But I think he's going to be good regardless, wherever he end up going. But Matthew Golden, Jahdae Barron, Quinshon Judkins, Devin Neal, and my last one on this list, Nick Scorton. I am a big Nick Scorton guy. Only thing with him is he has to lose the weight, in which he did for the combine. He lost about 10, 15, 20 pounds. But I think that's best for him, to go back to the smaller Nick Scorton in his Purdue days. Small Nick Scorton, around the 265, 270 range. That was the star who was the best DN coming to this draft class this last summer. That's the same Nick Scorton that we saw then. The 285, 290 Nick Scorton that we got from Texas A&M this past season, that's not going to work out. That's not going to happen. So 270, 275, 265, that Nick Scorton is going to be a monster in the NFL. Oh, going to be good. I said monster, but he should be good. The 285, 290, sluggish, bigger but sluggish, not really his greatest playing weight. That's not going to work out for me. So if Nick Scorton can stay that size, keep the weight off, he's my guy. So Nick Scorton, Devin Neal, Quinshon Judkins, Matthew Golden, and Jahdae Barron are my guys in this draft class. They're my guys. These are guys I'm banking on and say, hey, they will be successful in the league no matter where they go. No matter where they go, they should be fine. And they could break out to be stars as well. You never know, but they will be probably contributors to their team day one, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. So Devin Neal probably start off splitting carries, but should end up, kind of like a Bucket Irvin situation with White last year from the Buccaneers. Start off splitting, games start, and then you say that, oh shoot, Neal is nice. Let's go ahead and bring him on. The more we use him, the more our running game looks better. And I think there'll be, the cause to bring Neal on the field more. And same with the other guys. Nick Scorton should be a starter from day one, depending on where he goes, obviously. But Barron starting in the slot probably day one. So so on and so forth. But I like these guys. Those are my favorite guys in this year's class. I could add to the list. It's not too late, but probably set in stone there. Now, give you an update on my prediction videos. I've been putting out prediction videos as of late. For agency starts, I believe, in 10 days, and we've seen some signings happen. The lineman, was it Jackson from the Rams? He re-signed. Trey Smith got the franchise tag. We'll see what happens. Is it a tag and trade like Snead? Is he staying long term or just stay a year? We'll see what happens there. But give you my predictions so far. Make sure we're updated. So, let's see. I have, well, that's gone now. I had Garrett Wilson to the Commanders. That's gone now. So I have, let's see, Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff of the Eagles, I have going to the Falcons. That video came out a month ago. You're starting to see that. You're starting to see that idea pick up more and more now. I've been saying it for a while, even before the Jeff Albrecht signing of our D coordinator, our new D coordinator, Jeff Albrecht, former interim coach for the Jets. I said that even prior to then, we're going to get Bryce Huff. To me, it makes sense. I have Jair Alexander going to the Ravens. I said that a month ago. Now they're starting to pick up steam now. As I said back then, Alexander will be moved on from, most likely, cut or trade candidate. It makes the most sense. I think the past connection between him and Lamar Jackson makes a lot of sense. Move him to the outside. Well, he's been outside. Nate Wiggins on the outside as well. Marlon Humphrey looked better on the inside. And then you have uh, Hamilton, the safety from the Ravens, kind of just roaming around everywhere doing his thing, tackling, covering everything all over the field. So I think that's the best scenario for Alexander. We'll see what happens, but I'm loving him. Loving him with the uh, Baltimore Ravens via trade or being cut. I have Najee Harris, still a running back, going to the Los Angeles Chargers. I think J.K. Dobbins is moved on from, not reliable, injury prone. You bring in someone who is reliable, who is an Iron Man, and doesn't get injured. So that's my thing on Harris. I have Myles Garrett to the Eagles. I've had that for 3 weeks now. Um, I have Derek Carr going to the Titans. I'm still not sold on them going quarterback pick one. Could happen. It could not. It could trade down. We'll see. But I have Derek Carr going to the Titans. I have Devontae Adams as of 3 weeks ago going to the Rams. Even though Rodgers isn't going there now, the report is he wants to go to the West, go back to the West Coast. I think having him take over for Cooper Kupp, pairing him with Puka makes sense. I think it really does. I have Javon Holland, free agent from the Miami Dolphins. Could be a star safety. He was a couple years ago. Now, not so much, but in the right fit, right scheme, he could be again. I have Javon Holland going to the Vikings. I have Jonathan Allen being traded to the Steelers. And I have Josh Sweat, soon to be free agent for the Eagles, have him going to the Titans to pair with his former D-line coach, Troy Rocker. I believe his name is Trey Rocker. Tracy Rocker, I think. Yeah, Tracy Rocker from the Eagles with the Titans now, the D-line coach there. I have him going there. So, as more videos come out, and the more podcast episodes come out, I'll continue to update just to make sure you guys know we're on the same page. And if you haven't watched the videos, you can definitely watch those. Go on the channel, scroll back a couple weeks, and you'll see those videos. You can watch them. You can hear my takes on those things. So, on to the next topic. I want to talk about. I have LeBron comments up here, but that's kind of been worn out by everybody though. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But I want to talk about Joel Embiid and him being out for the entire year now. And I've been saying this for a while. On the channel, off the channel, but we saw this coming years ago. I just don't understand. And look, we're not in the business of paying players. I'm not a GM. I'm not a team president. But same for Deebo. But same for it's a bunch of moves out there. Like, for any sport, for it doesn't matter what sport really. But GMs, NFL, NBA, like sports GMs aren't really that smart in my opinion. They just aren't. And I've been saying that for a while. Me and my best friend growing up, our goal was to be GMs of an NFL or NBA team. Funny as that sound. One would be the GM and one would be the assistant GM. Because we always felt that we were smarter, even as a teenagers. We always felt we were smarter than these sports GMs. And the Sixers, the Philadelphia 76ers, right, to bring on a injury-prone, a older Paul George to already pair, well, to pair with your already injury-prone superstar in Joel Embiid made no sense. It made no sense. Like, literally, back when I was doing NBA content, I was begging the Suns, please don't trade for Kevin Durant. It makes no sense. You're already good without him. You're going to trade everything for KD. It made no sense. Like, just the the Commanders trading for Deebo Samuel when you could possibly maybe get DK. You can possibly maybe get Najee. I'm not Najee. Garrett Wilson. You can possibly get Tyreek if you just wait. If you can get his teammate Brandon Ayuk, who's a better fit, a better player. You might can get T. Higgins. Just wait. Just wait. You can get Christian Kirk. Just wait. I don't. If you get Chris Godwin from the Bucks, just wait. I don't understand these moves. These moves are just dumb. They're just dumb. And in my old podcast, when I first started, I used to be screaming at screaming, fire Doc Rivers, fire this GM, and it ended up happening. But my thing is like, just to make the long story short, guys. Like, we saw this coming years ago. We saw the same thing happen years ago with Joel Embiid. He's injury prone. Duh. So what makes you think pairing him with Paul George made sense? It made no. And then and then Paul George was in the rumor mill this offseason to. I mean, excuse me. He was in the rumor mill at the trade deadline to be traded. It made sense. Duh. Like, I don't understand when they make these signings, make these trades, then it turns into poop. And they looking all and the fan bases and the team looking crazy. Like, we knew this would happen. This is common sense. It's just common sense, guys. So, you know, I've seen reports out there that the Sixers can potentially maybe get off Joel's contract scot free. Probably won't happen, but the report was saying is they have to hire a third party doctor that the NBA agrees on. And if they can somehow deem Joel Embiid medically unfit to play, no, unfit as far as health goes, his knee is messed up to the point where he can't play, then they could probably null and void the rest of the contract. We've never seen that, I don't think, so I wouldn't bank on it. But it is possible, I guess, maybe. But it's highly unlikely. I don't recall ever seeing that. Normally, guys just get their bread and just, scam for millions. He's literally scamming for millions. Scamming. He's scamming. He is literally scamming for hundreds of millions of dollars. It's just crazy, So, the Sixers put this on themselves by paying him long term. And I said this before as well, man. I would be the worst GM to some people because as soon as I see some sign of flaw in you, as far as injury prone and or laziness or something like that, I'm gone. Not me. You're gone. I'm trading you like how Nico traded Luka. Now I wouldn't trade Luka. He's not. He hasn't done enough from what I've seen. I'm not a no, but I haven't seen anything. But from what I read and seen and known, Luka has his stuff with him as well. Don't get it twisted. But he's not Joel Embiid. That's two different categories. Luka's a category 2. Shoot, Joel's a category 100. Like, he's a different level. The laziness, the play style, the injury prone, like all that stuff is way worse than Luka smoking and drinking and whatever. Like, I'm cool on that, But yeah, Joel Embiid getting hurt for the year is hilarious. I hope he stays healthy, clearly, for his family, for his own health. But as far as the game of basketball goes, and for the Sixers, duh, it makes sense. Like yes, he will get. Yes, this is right on schedule. So, um, it's just funny to me, man. It really is how teams continue to pay these guys, and they continue to get hurt. They continue to get hurt. They continue to not play back to backs. They continue like Kawhi Leonard going to him. Like, come on, dog. When he can still play clearly, but you know can't play back to backs all the time. Can't do this. Can't do that. Oh, I'm taking extended leave. Like, boy, get your tail on the court and play. But you'd rather pay him than Paul George. Should just if you're the Clippers, should have just paid both of them. I don't see why not. Just kept them together. Keep letting these guys scam you, and let both of them scam you. Because paying Kawhi Leonard is cool, but he plays half the time. Zion Williams or Zion Williamson, I would have traded him a year and a half ago. Bye. Like, come on, man. Come on. Some stuff is like, dog, common sense. Trade your guy. Trade him. Get rid of him. Get rid of the headache. I would rather be a rebuilding team than a team with a star that can't play. I've been saying that for a while now, man. So we'll see what happens with Joel Embiid and these guys, the Sixers and other guys. But these GMs got to smarten up. You have to stop signing these halfway players, guys who are great but injured half the time. You got to stop doing it. But they never will. They never will. There should have been no trade value for Deebo at all. A fifth, I would have gave you a seventh for Deebo Samuels. No lie. A sixth, seventh, no lie. A fifth to me is a little high. For what he's shown you the last year and a half, no way in the world I'm giving you a fifth round pick for Deebo Samuel. That's like, if you trade a fifth for Deebo, you might as well trade a fifth for Cooper Kupp, who's a better player still to this day, in my opinion. And he's older and injury prone. But I would rather trade for Cooper than I would trade for Deebo. That's just me. But I don't know. I don't know nothing, man. I'm a regular person. I'm not a GM, not a president, but I just don't see it. Going to hockey. This is my second week, I believe, being a hockey fan now. I'm still enjoying it. Man. It's been a fun sport to watch. Look, I live in a hockey, well, not hockey town, a city, but there's a good hockey team in my area. Never went to a game, but I will tell you this: I will go pretty soon, Lord willing. That's in the plans. Hockey's fun to watch. It is. And before the Four Nations Face-Off tournament happened a couple weeks ago, I've seen a couple games here and there as far as on TV, they're on TNT or whatever. I see it, I said, I don't get it, and turn off. Or it's not for me. But it has really replaced baseball in my scheduling. I mean, it's not baseball. It really replaced basketball. Like, I have turned from some basketball games to watch hockey. Like, it's really enjoying me, man. I have no favorite player as of yet. I'm under 30, so I recall Sid the Kid Crosby and Alex Ovechkin, those guys. I know some other names and Nate McKinnon, the guys on the Canada team, on USA team. I know those guys, McDavid's, the Brady and the other Czech brothers, whatever their name is. All those guys. Everyone from the Four Nations team. I remember their names, and I'm also watching them play and also betting on them too as well. A little bit of sports betting too. So, it's been cool. I've been enjoying the experience. When I don't know what team will stick out to me or what player for my favorites, but as of right now, I'm just enjoying the process. I really am. So I saw some games yesterday. The Red Wings play. I think they were outside. Red Wings versus who they play? Who did the Red Wings play yesterday? I don't remember exactly. It was a pretty entertaining game yesterday. Red Wings played. Was it the Red Wings or the Blue Jackets? Yeah, Blue Jackets. I saw the Islanders and Predators yesterday, 7-4. Like, it's been pretty solid. It's been pretty solid, man. Pretty good games, pretty entertaining. I love the physicality. I love the aggressiveness. I love just the just the newness in my eyes of hockey. So it's been pretty cool to see. Last topic today, anime. Anime, man. Anime I've been watching. Try to keep it under an hour. We're at 45 minutes here, so try to keep it under an hour and wrap it up soon. I've been watching Ace of Diamonds or Diamond of the Ace. What's it called? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. 1 second. Pull it up on my Prime Video real quick. Diamonds of the Ace, right? Or Diamond of the Ace, something like that. What is it called? Um, Ace of Diamond. Yeah, the baseball anime came out, I believe, 2013, 2014. Pretty entertaining. Pretty good show. I'm in season 2 of that. Just now got into season 2. Pretty entertaining show. Obviously, Blue Lock, Fire. I finished that as of right now. You know, everything is out. I'm up to date. I will update up to date on that show after like 3 days. It took 3 days to finish all them episodes. Fire show. Obviously, Solo Leveling. You know, and I've been watching anime for my entire life. So Naruto, all the old stuff I done seen. But yeah, Solo Leveling is fire. Ace of Diamonds fire, and Blue Lock is super fire. Um, I'm getting into more anime. You know, I haven't watched Daima yet. I've seen clips online. I've been spoiled, but I haven't watched Daima. Um, I'm on something now called Blue Mubaru or Blue Mibaru. I'm on that as well. Me and my son started that, so as of right now, just trying to watch more anime. You know, get back into the groove of it because for a little stretch, I kind of dropped it. You know, I got on Seven Deadly Sins a couple years ago. Couldn't finish it. If it's done, I'm not sure if it's done or not, but I I didn't like it. Attack on Titan, to me, trash. Didn't like it. I know people loved it. Some people think Attack on Titan is the best thing out or the best thing that was out. For me, I didn't like it at all. But you know, that's just me personally. But you know, as of right now, that's what I'm watching. Blue Mibaru, Ace of Diamond, Solo Leveling, and then Blue Lock was which is done for right now. That season is done. So uh, anime right now is definitely good, definitely great. Enjoying myself, and hopefully, um, I have a list of anime coming out 2025, which I'm ready for. The Demon Slayer movie, One Piece coming back, Egghead Island arc, they'll be dope. What's the other movie? Demon Slayer and one more thing. There's a movie coming out too, I think. But yeah, that's really it. If I'm not recording, I'm not at my son's or playing with them, playing the game, or at their baseball games. I'm watching anime, like real TV. Not really watching it as much. If it's not hockey, if it's not a Lakers game, you know, I'm watching Luca, I'm watching Braun play. If it's not Lakers, if it's not hockey, and not involving my sons at all, or my wife watching the shows with her or whatever, I'm watching anime and I'm watching those ones I named earlier. So, but that's it for video, guys. That's it for the podcast, episode 1. We got under an hour, so that's not pretty bad. Didn't ramble too much, but like I said, I will leave the timestamps, or at least the where you can see where the time, timestamps. I'll leave it there for you guys. I'm gonna go through the video, make sure everything sounds good. Then we'll get the timestamps for you guys to put it in the description or in the comment section. I have it pinned to the very top so you can see it. But that's it. Signing out, guys. See you guys episode 2 sometime this upcoming week. So have a great day.